Alright, here we are in the UCCS gym. I'm with Jason Shaver, and he's going to help me out demonstrate some of our drills and core work and some of the stuff that we do basically with our distance runners, just with general warm-up and overall just maintenance with leg turnover. So I want to preface this by saying this is not an Academy Award-winning film, but hopefully it'll get the point across for you. So we're going to start off now with Jason demonstrating some leg swings. No matter what we do in terms of running every day, whether it's after a run or when we're warming up after we've run a bit and then we're going to do the rest of our warm-up, we always do leg swings. One of the big issues with distance runners is simply just lack of range of motion, because so much of our running is done at a sub-maximal range of motion. We're not sprinting very often, whatever. But that's why we do drills, strides, leg swings especially, just to keep that hip area open and just focusing on our form and not getting sloppy, especially in the last parts of races. Probably the last 30–40% of races, and people are tired, they tend to start breaking down, swinging the arms or overstriding, things like that. So that's why we do drills and strides, especially and leg swings all the time, just to keep up our maintenance and try to be more efficient and just consistent overall. So we're going to start off now. Jason's going to show us leg swings. Okay, so now we're starting off, and Jason's going to show us two different kinds of leg swings that we do. We're going to go 15, both legs, and this one is, you can tell as he starts up here, we're going to be going side to side. Now, you don't want to force this when you're doing it, and especially we're warming up and things like that. You don't want to pull anything, but as you can tell, like if you look at his foot, his toe, as he raises through, it kind of raises off the ground a little bit. You don't want to force it again. You just want to kind of let it be natural coming through, and he's going to go other leg as well. Like I said, we go 15 on both of these. We do these after every run, every day, and after we warm up before a workout. This is just something, again, the more you do, the better off you are, just being consistent every day. So now we're going to turn, and you're going to see him, he's going to do this going straight forward. Now, what's important is you notice he's bringing his arm across, okay? And when you do this, you want to have the leg that you're bringing up on the inside. That helps with balance, keeps you straight. You look at his shoulders, look how even they are across. Look at where his hip is, pretty straightforward. So again, you don't want to force it, but you want to be pretty consistent. So we're going to turn around here. He's going to go the other way, 15 on both of these, okay? You see here, he's bringing it through. He's going to bring his hand up, and he's going to be able to touch his toes. So after you go through the first 2 or 3, you get loose, you should be able pretty much to do that. So again, that just keeps you something to keep you accountable. Think about what you're doing while you're doing it instead of just going through the motions. So again, we do 15 of both of these. Okay, now we're going to go into our drills. We're doing A's, B's, and C's and quick feet. Again, there's a lot of other drills that you can do. These are just the basics that we try to do on a consistent basis. So again, the form that we're looking for is just trying to keep from forcing us to get more efficient. Again, distance runners have a tendency to be weaker and kind of things fall apart. So we do this stuff over and over and over just to be consistent, especially to get straight so we're not leaning, not getting sloppy. So what we're going to do here, Jason's going to start off, and we do 20 of these both ways. When you are starting to run, your stride's broken down into 3 segments. The first part is when you're lifting your knee and coming through. He's got it there. The second part is once your knee's up, then you got to bring that foot back down, bam, right underneath you. The quicker you get that foot down, the faster you run. And the last part is when it cycles back through behind you and comes around. And now, not to be confused with butt kicks, because nobody runs like that. So, as you can see, he'll show you as we go through these A's, B's, and C's. So we're going to start off, he's going to do A's, we're going to do 20 down and 20 back. So watch, he's using his arms, he's using everything. His shoulders are straight, he's bringing his arms through. Real good, knees coming up. Look at those toes on the ground, very good form. Okay, we're going to go back now. So you can tell it's an exaggerated motion. It's just forcing you to use everything you got, full range. All right, we're going to go into B's now. This is a little tricky for some folks. Boom, quick feet. See how he's getting those down underneath him? Where his foot's coming down, right underneath him. Not in front of him, but right underneath him. It's kicking out and bringing it back down. Again, the faster we're able to do those, the faster your stride's going to be. Okay, great. C-skip, here we go. He's kind of got his knees up, he's bringing it through. See where it's going on there? He's bringing his foot through behind him and over. He's not kicking his tail, he's just going straight through. See how his knees are up? He's bringing it through, cycling through, just finishing the job. Very good, very good. Okay, we're going to finish off with what we call quick feet. We count 20 off as we go through. It's pretty fast. You'll kind of jog into it and then crank it up. So again, this just forces you to kind of get the fast twitch firing a little bit. There you go. And then we'll come back down. Same stuff. All right, great. So right there is just a simple set of leg swings and drills, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll finish this off. We're going to head upstairs and show you some basic core work and go from there. All right, thanks, Jace. Okay, great. Now we're in the weight room. We're going to go over about 10 different core exercises that we try to make sure we're consistent doing. Now, even though we're in a weight room, to do these, you don't need a weight room. You can do this anywhere, which is why we try to keep things simple so you can be consistent year-round. It doesn't matter if you're at home, at a hotel, wherever. These don't take very long to do, but if you do them, let's say consistently, week after week, month after month, they're going to get a good benefit out of it. One of the things that we focus on, especially like the distance athletes, is obviously we're not trying to become, superstars in the weight room. We're not trying to become huge, but we do need to have tone and be especially stronger through the shoulders and our back and our midsection. Because all the running, everything that happens, when you land, everything comes back up right here into your midsection. You've got to be able to stay straight, especially up and down hills and undulating terrain, especially like cross country. So it's important to get strong through here and up here, so you're not leaning when you're tired and crossing over. You want to make sure you're able to stay strong and keep pumping up the hill. So we're going to go over 10 different exercises, really simple. Before I do that, I do want to show you this, just for those that aren't familiar with. Some of you have heard of the IT band roller, okay? Sometimes I don't have them in here, but generally they're bigger, maybe they're 3 foot long, they're white, or they're different colors for different densities. This is a black one. We travel with these, a lot of the upperclassmen in our team have them. These are good, we use every day because you can do a lot of different things with them massage-wise. They're good for like your glutes, your hips, your hamstrings. You get to roll on, use your body weight. So you get in there on your IT band especially and straighten that guy out. But you can do a lot of different things with them, about anything you want, because it's body weight resistant, you can't really hurt yourself. I use it a lot on my back, trying to just do different things to get stretched out and loosen up a little bit. So this is a good investment if you go to like one of your local running stores. Generally you get different sizes and it's worth having, especially carrying around. The other item that I just wanted to show you, we use a lot, it's called a stick, and again, something easy to travel with. You can buy just about anywhere at different sizes, different lengths. This is a pretty good one. It's pretty durable, but it's also flexible. We use those for a lot of different things. Your calves, just take with your hamstrings, you know, top of the quad, all that kind of stuff, whatever you can think of. But again, it's just a good way to kind of help, you know, keep you moving forward, working out the kinks from just, you know, daily maintenance, getting banged up a little bit. So anyway, that's just something to think about. But we'll go ahead and start the forward. Again, there's a lot of different ones you can do. These are not the only things, but they're very simple. You can do them anywhere. So we start off and we try to do them in order and be consistent with it, because that way it's easy to remember all of them. So start off by laying on our back and just have one leg down, your knee, the other one across, just like you're sitting relaxed. Okay? I take the outside leg, the same leg that is on top. Alright? And I'm going to do 15 of each of these. Okay? And what I do is I'm going to try to push out while I breathe 3 times. Now, when we're doing all these exercises, it's important to breathe, because if you don't breathe, you're not getting blood flowing through the system, you're not getting oxygen, and it makes it harder. Instead, you're straining instead of like thinking about working the muscles. So this exercise works this area through here, your hip, okay, you'll feel it, and even like the inside of your groin. So we'll start off, I'm going to go through, I'll just show you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you see we're doing that. I'm breathing. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So right there's 15. Relax. You're going to give yourself about 20-30 seconds. You do the exact same thing, opposite leg, okay? Again, you're pushing out. This leg is staying stable. It's just keeping you, giving yourself, your ankle some support as you go through. So that's the first one, okay? It's 15 or both. The second one, you're doing the same thing, okay? Legs out, except you're going in. Legs out, it's resting right where it was before, except I'm taking this arm, using the palm of my hand and my knee, okay? To just apply pressure. You're not trying to hurt yourself. You're just giving it resistance, breathing 3 times, bringing it through, okay, opposite. So here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So again, we'll do both legs, same thing, okay? So those are the first 2. As we go through this, we kind of switch back and forth through muscle groups to get one area of the body area or a bit to recover, and then we go back at it. So push-ups, okay? A lot of times push-ups are something that people, everybody does push-ups, but a lot of people are really sloppy, okay? And they end up like kind of cheating on it or leaning to one side or doing different things. So one thing we do to focus more on the upper back of your shoulders in this area, while you're also just thinking, being more cognizant about what you're doing, is we use either a bench, okay? You can use a chair. I use a chair at home when we're traveling. Just something that you can get your foot around, okay, and have enough support on your shin, your lower leg to stabilize you, okay? But when we do these, we're doing push-ups at an opposite angle than you usually do. Usually you're going to push up where you're raising up and coming down. This one, we're actually already starting down and going down and pushing up with our legs up higher. Okay, so when we do these, we do 30. Okay, again, you can do more or whatever, but we do 30 and try to breathe every other one. okay? So I'll do some for you here, and we'll move on. So again, make sure this is stable, okay? I want to make sure I'm not getting sloppy. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8. When we flip over, use a chair or a bench, whatever, okay? You give yourself, like 30 seconds rest, whatever. Then what you want to do is make sure your knees like a 90-degree angle, okay? Whatever you're using. Alright, that's a stabilizer. Now, a lot of people do crunches, which are great, but again, sometimes when they're doing sit-ups or crunches, they get sloppy and they don't do them right. So what this is it slows down the process, okay? It makes you think about what you're doing. And when you're doing these, you want to picture that there's a string tied from your belly button to your chin, okay? When you're doing these. Now watch, as I do these, it's very slow. I'll raise up, I'll hold it for, again, 3 breaths. I'll back down. I won't let my head touch the ground. You'll be able to see where my shoulders are when I do these. But if you do them very slowly, it looks easy, but it'll work. So again, we'll do like 30 of these. So I cross my arms, okay? Here you go. Now, the only thing that you need for this, and there's another one we'll do in a minute, is your watch, okay? Which shouldn't be a big deal because it's already on your arm. And what we try to do is 60 seconds, we just, try to hold, straight. When we do these, think about your back, and just your shoulders, and what you do. So we'll do a plank. I'll show you a few seconds of that. Then we'll move on. Again, you kind of watch your watch. So we're going to get your knees straight. So then here we go. We start, and here we go. So again, I will just be doing this. I'm trying to keep as still as I can. I would do this for 60 seconds. Okay, so
notice how his low back is straight. He's not arching it down. You don't want to have that start drooping. That's when you're going to start losing form. So keep that low back as straight as possible.
So again, we would do that for 60 seconds. So there you go. Generally after that, I'll flip over on my side, okay? And we would do 15 of these. Now, you've kind of hard, got some pants on, it's a little tougher to tell, yes, but when you do this, you're raising up. It's 1, 3 breaths, 2, same thing, 3, 4. So again, you want to stay consistent. You're bringing that down, just just barely touching, and back up, boom. So you're working hip flexors through here. I think that's like 9 or 10. But anyway, we'll do 15 of each, same thing. Flip over to the other side, same thing, opposite leg. Just trying to take it easy. Think about when you go through slowly, you're a lot more in control with what you're doing, and you'll feel more of the muscles actually working. You won't be just going through them quickly. So it makes you have to be more controlled. So that's the 6th thing we do. This is kind of like a plank, side plank. It's a combination, okay? Again, this is a little different. You might need to watch. So it doesn't have to be exact, but what I try to do with these is we try to go like 30 seconds. We'll break it down. On each side, there's 2 different angles we'll go through, and I'll show you these. We'll start off, okay, and we'll be on our side, okay. So I'm bringing this arm through like this, in case I'm twisting my trunk. All right, I've started. So I would be in this position right here, okay, for like 30 seconds. So at the end of 30 seconds, then I slowly come up like this. I'm watching my watch. I'm doing this for 30 seconds. Okay? So there's 2 parts to it. Again, the first part, I'm like this. My arm is straight basically like a shield in front of me, okay? So I'm twisting this side of my body through, and then I'm bringing it straight up, 30 seconds. Okay, so each side is 1 minute. All right? I'll just sew this side for a minute so it makes more sense maybe when I'm twisting. So again, I'm up, bringing this through, it's down, then I'm straight up. Okay, so that's that side point. On our back, okay, arms crossed, right? My back is arched, okay? This should be straight, I hope it is. Am I straight, Jason?
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm doing here, 15 each leg. Again, I want to make sure my core is stable, okay? Again, this looks easy, but you got to do it right, okay? And I'll go 1, 2, 3. So my toes barely touching the ground. So all the weight, everything's on this side, opposite side of my body. So that's 5, 6, 7. So we do 15 of each, okay? Flip over, same thing. And try and stay consistent. It's not easy because a lot of us are weaker on one side than the other, and you'll definitely feel it when you do these kind of exercises. So see, I'm bringing that all the way back, slowly going down, just touching the toe. It's up 2 or 3 breaths. So that's 15 of each, okay? You'll be able to feel that in your lower back, your hamstrings, and your glutes, okay? Again, you either want a bench or a chair. Something that's stable, okay? It's like doing dips, except for you don't need a dip bar, okay? It's kind of a poor man's dips, I guess you could say. So, make sure you got stable, whatever you're sitting on. Have your arms braced, okay? It is easier if you have, I'll show you, if you have a chair that's maybe this height. The only reason is because it's different if you're sitting on it and your arms are on the side. If you're sitting on a bench, it's a little different because your arms are in front of you, your hands are in front of you. Okay, so that's just the difference between the two. But we'll use this because it's like a chair. Okay, so then I'm just make sure my legs are out in front of me. Okay, and then I'm slowly just bringing down. 1, 2, 3. Again, we'll do 15 of these. 4, 5, 6, and so forth and so on. So you get an idea. When you're doing that, you're just bringing down. I'm using my shoulders to stay straight, to bring me back up. You're going slow. When you go slow, you feel everything. Okay. The 10th, the last thing, and this is the only thing you need weights for. And you don't even need weights. You can use bricks. You can fill 2-liter bottles with sand. It's the same thing. Generally, the guys use about 15 pounders. The ladies use about 10. Okay? And then what you do is you get on your knees. Alright? And Jason can probably get me from both angles here, but you get on your knees. Okay? And all you're doing, making sure you're not getting sloppy, keeping your shoulders straight. This is slow form. 15 of each. Coming through. 1, 2, 2 on that side, 2 on this side, 3. Again, it's not a lot of weight, but you're going slow, so you gotta think about what you're doing. Okay? I'm keeping my body stable, I'm not getting sloppy. Sometimes when you stand up and do this, you have a tendency to sway your hips and use other parts of your body to kind of get through it. When you do this, it's only on your shoulders and your upper back. So we do 15 in each of these for 30. So right there is basic. That's 10 core exercises. Either 15 or 30, depends on which exercise they are. And if you do all those, you can do them anywhere. It probably takes you 12, 15 minutes, you know, if you get through them. So that's how you gotta be consistent on. So there you go. Thanks, Jason, appreciate your help.